Yo, yo, what scene is that from? I know that scene. I got my hat turned backward. But I knew the whole time. Nobody remembers this, but I said it was a ball to help people do credit. But the case I'm reading says Regions Mortgage Inc. versus Nuthin. Yeah, I'm getting ready to bang. Another bang. I'm getting ready to bang. Fannie Mae. I'm about to bang them right in his head where they see this joint. The Supreme Court ruled this in 2005. I keep telling people like, yo, if you die, you're supposed to pay the debts. I'm telling you, I put the joint in the trigger. But another way is, yo, if you ain't signed the mortgage, fuck is you trying to pay it for? Well, that's up here in the Commonwealth. So, how many W's I got up here in the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania? Main property, y'all gotta give back. Yeah, I said 21st Street. I ain't say nothing about back east side, none of that. I ain't say none of that. It was some yeah, yeah, Brown used to stay on one John, and there was a whole bunch of shit. Yeah, Brown was the Board of Education. Brown this, Brown that, Brown, 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 Brown. Where's the mother Brown? They all over the paperwork, and they named Brown. All these Browns, the Brown that walked up and gave the bag straight to the people in the NY, and then they take him down Essex County. I don't know what happened to the bull down there. I don't know. The Muellers jointly applied for a mortgage, and both of their names appeared on the mortgage documents. Prior to closing, however, the mortgagee, CTX Mortgage Company, unilaterally removed Susan's name from the mortgage. Thereafter, the mortgage named only Joseph, although it correctly indicated he was married. If in 2005 is when y'all stopped common law marriages, yeah, I wouldn't give a fuck what's on them papers. Ignorance of the law is no excuse for the bank or for my sister-in-law or her husband that died. That's why y'all changed it to Fannie Mae, but it's still Citizens Bank right there. Yeah, I'm asking for enlargement of time. Make sure that judge look. I'm gonna make sure the judge look right at it and see that, yo, why would the Fannie Mae jump from, yo, it was only 8,000 on the Joan. 8,000, 9,000 was the judgment, and now you asking for 132, 132 on something that is by law, because all you said was somebody that was dead and the occupants. So you know that shit getting tossed out for subject matter jurisdiction. I'll ask for it with prejudice. Yeah, knock this motherfucking housing John out the box. Fuck how y'all boy, man. I don't give a fuck. It was a mortgage audit. I'm telling you, I read asking them money, and I'm telling you, nobody ain't giving you. You giving them money. You lending them money for the promissory note. I promise to pay you. So if I got 4 or 5, 6 partners that's promising, yo, we're gonna pay you this 500,000, this $500,000. Yeah, they're gonna pay. They're gonna pay. That's my man's. That's my man's and them and everything. I don't know how they gonna do it. I'm just chilling. I'm just a disabled vet. I'm broke. I don't know nothing. I don't give a fuck what no lawyer tell you. You ain't got to take a pay from your company. They always trying to come up with some new shit. You don't got to take a pay for your company. You could just say, yo, when you draw up your operating agreement or your partnership, you draw it up. You put down the terms. You don't the lawyer ain't got to tell you shit. Lawyer ain't gonna tell me how to break down in the company and everything. If it's a multi-member, I know I need more than one member. But it ain't gotta be your. See, a legal fiction is. I think they said in this case. First, in reviewing an action to quiet title, An appellate court's review is limited to determining whether the findings of fact. Yeah, what fact did I tell you? And that John. Yeah, I told you she's coming. They married. They got a kid together. And while somebody was in bankruptcy, they were still paying. They didn't get a chance for the automatic stay. Yeah, all that bread y'all got to get back. Yeah, I'm telling y'all that shit was only like it was over like 20,000. But somebody messed up on the mortgage. Said the mortgage was only 300, and that's a signed document. I don't know who signed it. It wasn't me. I was locked up. Don't get mad because I'll tell y'all like yeah. I wrote that I wrote that drawing up with like a crayon. Yo, that pen was so small, and I beat them people. What is that? Your home is your castle. What state we in? So they didn't break into my joint. This the people that broke into the joint. Let me see how you do this. Yo, they had permissions to turn on the camera, turn it off, and everything. Now I blocked them. I told you his name Bell kept coming up, and now I blocked him from everything. Yeah, Yeah, where that paperwork came from. I ain't make it up. Dad said Janice Bell, Ratchet TV Mammy. But of course, I went and looked up what was going on in the copyright case first, and they wouldn't want nothing tied directly to him. Bell, Anuli, whatever the fuck the other partners was. I just went through the partners, and then bam, I saw it. I said, "Yo, this crazy." Let me see. The snowflake. What's that? Closer. That's why I say I don't know nothing. And then I say the hill have eye. The hills have eyes. Yeah, so do I. That girl was putting out so much information about me. Somebody got jealous of this man. Then ran it from Orlando, and all he is a naturopathic doctor. But he'll bust that gun. Yeah, that house on Buckingham Run. Court. Yo, y'all went through my man John. Y'all went through my man John. Watch this. Yo, I'm gonna show y'all how deep they went in. This my man. This one of my mans, and one of my partners. He been on here, so I don't gotta hide him. But y'all was like dogs trying to sniff on my partners. He was my partner. Look at the Nasdaq just went up. So yeah, the girl's on. She on the jack. She on the burner. She's saying, not only are you saying that you poison, you sent me some poison, some poisonous food. Said you was about a movement or something. I don't know what movement you was talking about. I told y'all who was sending me everything. MGR, no mercy. Stop lying and making false claims. She got 3 people watching there. This dude with the bald head and yellow shirt. Told you. But it say 1, 2, 5, 1, 3, 6, 1. Who was you sending that to? Because whatever the fuck you sent to me, I threw this shit in the trash. Now, see the nails? And say 1, 2, 5, 1. That ain't my number. I'm not. Who is you sending that to? You wasn't sending that shit to me. You played yourself, sending it from that number and then claiming that I use. What do I use? Text now. I don't use text now numbers. But laughing out loud. She told me she sent me some food. So if YouTube was to allow someone to send you food that can poison you and then call you are a dumb bitch. Wait until I show all your begging messages from a text now number and always claiming it's all in brown and everything. The white tongue. Stank, stank breath. See, she couldn't stand Miss Baker, but you got on a bonnet right there, and you holding out your tongue, and it's all white, not pink. Meaning you don't know how to brush your teeth. And I told you, cocaine or caffeine has the same effects on your nervous system as what? Cocaine. I, I just read that. I don't got nothing to do with no cocaine. I don't know why you was on here telling these people I knew something about some drugs or anything like that. Yeah, you was bizugging. I mean, all the way bizugging. Trying to get niggas cases on the fucking internet. You try to get niggas cases everywhere with this nigga. This is a mother telling Ratchet TV off about her daughter that she went and got back. And then you got that old ragamuffin bitch. This is who they hating on right here, Miss Baker. So when she come down here, in cynical song. So you owe this bread, nigga. You owe from South Carolina to New York. You ain't you owe all everywhere, nigga. Ain't nobody fucking playing with you. That's why you went up there, did that Diddy shit, and do all that fucking Johnson and Johnson all over your fucking ass. And yo, Daddy, and then you was up there with your boy. That's when they dragged you out the closet. Yeah, but I ain't fall for the Willie Long John. Every step I was taking, somebody was letting me know which was the direction to go. And I had to ask these people. I asked one person, like, "Are you an angel?" Well, she's my angel right here on earth. And she went and got her child from them people right there on the thumbnail. They the ones that got the guns. can't be a jack of all trades and not take nothing serious. You heard? Yeah, my doctor prescribed everything I'm taking. A nigga, you knew everything. You got females and you got males because you is bisexual. So Ratchet must be bisexual, and you know I told you what happened down there in South Lake. Every piece of information about us, y'all was looking up. What that say? SY and Shay. Everything is still in action. Trust me. Just because it's quiet on the home front doesn't mean the trigger hasn't been pulled, and it will continue to be pulled until the intended target has dropped. That's for real on everything. I let the king be the king. He said, "Your king put the crown. I ain't the king." I said, as the wise king said, yeah, that's we are the receipt. I mean, wise learned later, but we are the receipts first. So king of the donkeys, kiss my ass. So this is October 24th. Somebody telling me that I need to leave my crib. Now keep your ass on that bus. How you know I was on the bus? From Lady Right. She called me out the blue and asked me what I was doing. I'm down I'm dropping the BMW off, so I went up there by myself. But while I was in there, yeah, in the police station, ask them what I fucking said. They got cameras in there and everything. See what I said. Don't talk. Just listen. I'm telling you. Senator John, and he told you then, you're ratchet. Fuck you. Me was I scared of Ratchet TV. Scared of Ratchet TV. I will beat the bullshit out this nigga. I will trounce on him. I'm telling you. That was my confession that y'all see come up every time and they say fuck dollars and they bloggers. Yeah. If you move down there and you was from Philly, I don't give a fuck who you was. If you moved down there and you was from Philly and you was a blogger, yo, I can't help you unless you help me or something. But somebody called that lady and they said Mother Africa. I don't know who it was. Turn this motherfucker off one more time. Do it right now. And I'm just gonna do one of the joints that you take, and I'm gonna show every document and every step that y'all took and show it so all the judges can see it and see it that's they willing to waste their career over hey man, sometimes you gotta take a walk on the evil side. I ain't touched nobody. Nobody can't say I beat them up or nothing. Touched them. I ain't do nothing. I know my man. Yeah, some voices you never hear. Some voices people know, but you ain't never heard his voice. Not on the jack. So it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. But they don't sell. They don't do Christmas. I showed y'all I was around a whole bunch of people who had jobs on. I showed the one coming there. How am I know one from the next that got a hijab on and what her decision is? Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you was doing. Bringing up fucking Clean 88 head, bottoms up, all that shit down. Yeah, I know everything from bottoms up. Yeah, that strip club at Fifth and Wyoming. Thank my boy. Yeah, so whatever humiliation you thought you was great, put me through, it ain't work. Because they ain't my boy. And the joint I sent to my man, if they got killed, we had an agreement. They wanted, they, they wanted a child like me. But I will always be there for them. No, they ain't gotta worry about that. But if you was over there with Queen 88, yeah, one of the rules of the trust is gotta be able to trust you. If you telling, yeah, ain't nobody giving you shit. Pauline told me with it with us. I just wait till I'll be waiting till the last minute to do things. Yeah, we always got trouble connecting. And y'all know them people looking at y'all, so um yeah, boom, right here. See, I know where our property is, all the way up. Now, these are, you see this? Who modified them? Who modified the John? Yeah, I copy and pasted that shit right onto Jizz on from another Jizz on. Seeing what was this up. Cause why would I have? Why would access? So we're recording too. This is what it says: video, and then bam, access denied. But that ain't the end of the story. See, people don't believe me when I seen what I saw, a whole bunch of blue at Chop. I didn't just push that joint for no reason. I pushed the button. I seen it. It was right there. But somebody kept asking me something like, yo, well, what's your problem? So I get on here and tell you what my fucking problem is. And people did things. So y'all heard me call my mom. My mom might not understood or whatever I was saying, but yeah, my little sister, she, her namesake. That's how we do it in our family. Usually, yeah, you named after somebody in the family. Katrina Lene Mercer. This is between me and Hood on Lock. What? Unsecured lines of credit? Fuck out of here. No credit. Brandon Walker. I'm telling you, I'm checking out the names. But the only Jones that wouldn't connect is if I sent it to a Yahoo account. I could never. Yo, it was so hard to connect with Yahoo accounts. Oh, I forgot I changed the jizz on the settings. Who the cast Xfinity Mobile for standing on business? Everybody on um, the Sixers, I don't even watch them since they got straight up. I'm from the time when Billy King, yo, this nigga traded AI to Denver, Colorado. Like, yo, bro, you smoke crack? Larry Brown was the coach. And he's like talking about practice. So yeah, I read that they practice your duh. Yeah, I practice yours too. Or we don't. We just thinking of a master plan, or somebody already thought of the master plan. I just needed to show the paperwork. that person, if that person signed, him could sign for me. So I already showed you at the beginning what it was. Yeah. Hold up. Wait a minute. The size. It keep going to the shit anyway. This and that. Yeah, I'm not trying to. Um, So I remember, I remember the first joint that I received was for $75. I sent that shit to my daughter. I had so Sparrow. I'm like Sparrow. I heard this fucking name before. Oh, this fucking Ratchet TV. Yeah, you stayed at 1512 Sparrow Lane or something like that. I don't know, something like that. So 75. Man, don't get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here, man. They knew every time I was going to see my doctor. Look, in 2023. I like to fly away. Zoom, 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 zoom. Y'all can't listen to what I'm saying to my doctor. And shake my confidence in what I can and cannot say to my doctor. Y'all can't do that. And this ain't even, this is the tip of the iceberg. Like the shit y'all access and that I can see that y'all access. It was this. This proves everything. 2023, I'm gonna start from per your request. Please find attached here to the filing that was due to the Superior Court October the 16th. Why the fuck would my PO be asking me some shit like that? She asked me, why is the date Black Dog? I said, what date? What you mean? Why is the date Black Dog? I tell you the date. I said it was October the 16th. Did you? Shit got this red caution John and everything. Fuck that. I tell you right here. But at the end of the day, starts down. Come on. All right. So we'll go from 2020. Look at the law firms. Oh, you got to look at the law firm. Then you see somebody give me a courtesy call. Then you see Natural Leaf RX. Then you see my doctor's name. I never showed none of this. This was all in 2021. But 10/25/2021. Look at the phone. Look. The go grandma right there. Her chapter 7. I just showed y'all all of the bank statements from my grandmother, her husband, Howard Moore, and how they got robbed by my uncle. Thought he was worth $500,000 and his son was worth something. Man, when you see you at the cookout, I came down there just for that. Hey, he came down in that day, he was getting stabbed. You, Sonia, Rodney, he ain't come down there. But I made sure I went up to Jason. And he had this Vine Dutch shirt on. I'm like, yo, why the fuck you got that Vine Dutch shirt on? And he got on all black. Cousin Jason. I mean, I gave him a hug. I showed him before his hair was colored. He gay. I don't know if he gay or not. I don't know. I don't care. That's my cousin. Just like my daughter is my daughter. We all God's children. We all done did something. So if y'all was stealing people identity and shit and getting phones in their name, you mean tell me y'all got me? Cause the alert had came right up like bang. And I'm still like, what the fuck? I think they still ain't here. You know why? Cause y'all want to see. Right here. I'm gonna show you. You see why I don't try shit. I'm not paying nothing. And when I say I'm not paying nothing, I'm not paying nothing because the court already said that Ali Financial, that's right on here, Ali Financial, they got a settlement agreement. Anybody doubting me as to what I'm saying is regarding the Equifax data breach, all you had to